V. Hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? So, just trying out a new way of recording in the mornings. I know I normally do my lives at night, but I wanted to see if I could start recording the morning shows live. But let's get into it. Today, we've got FTX launching their repayment schedule of $1.2 billion, and that's going to be for everybody that is owed, or creditors that are owed $50,000 or less. So that's actually going to be very interesting how that plays out, and if they actually stick to that plan. Smaller creditors are definitely hurting for their money, and you've got other people saying, "Hey, look, listen, don't gamble your money, don't fall for memes. Take your money, invest wisely." So if you're smart, do the GMB3, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. But don't go out there hopping into hot topic meme coins and things like that. Do it wisely. You're just coming out of a situation where you're finally getting your money back, and you should probably take a little bit more time to understand the impacts of that. I mean, if you need your money, you need your money. But if you're in a position where you can invest wisely. That would be my recommendation, if you will. Everything's supposed to start March 1st. That's when it kicks off. Then you've got a former Tether CEO saying that he's backing Pi Protocol's upcoming stablecoin USP. Now, it is an interest-bearing stablecoin, right? Former CEO of Tether, Reeve Collins, backs Pi Protocol's USP stablecoin on Solana and Ethereum, designed to be backed by bonds and real-world assets for decentralization and yield distribution. That's huge. That's huge in the huge. That could actually make that particular stablecoin quite impressive. The question is, I got to find out where they're based. If it's based in the United States, they could probably get a nice tailwind from the current regime. If it's based outside the United States, well, but I'm thinking it's probably based in the United States. We'll have to see how that goes. Then you've got CZ, or Changpeng Zhao, saying that crypto wallets as future digital identity hubs are probably the way everything is going to go. Why? Because everyday transactions, you're not going to be dealing with an exchange and paying unnecessary fees. What you're going to wind up doing is moving to a non-custodial wallet for your normal everyday transactions. He's not wrong. He's absolutely right. Because every time you use your centralized exchange for purchases, they're tracking everything. And what's worse is they're charging for everything. So you're going to want to take that one-time hit to move everything off onto a non-custodial wallet, right? Not your keys, not your crypto. So you're going to move over to a non-custodial wallet. This is something if you feel like doing it. And from that non-custodial wallet, the only thing that anybody will be paying are the blockchain fees. That's it. You won't be paying an additional tax or fee on top of your regular transaction. And that's why he's saying, yeah, wallets are going to be the way to go instead of centralized and decentralized exchanges. So what I'm suspecting is the technology behind wallets is going to step up. That's what I'm expecting. That's literally what I'm expecting. So yeah, CZ and I are on the same page on that one. Then you've got Strategy issuing senior note offering for $2 billion. And we all know what it's going to be used for. So formerly Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy, resumes Bitcoin purchases, now holding 478,740 Bitcoin, or approximately $31.1 billion, at approximately $65,000 per BTC, with new stock offerings funding future acquisitions. I'm just saying, they're not playing games. They're sticking to their plan. Remember, I think they had a $14 billion plan over 3 years. They're sticking to it. They seem to be firing on all pistons. And I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of paying attention to what's going on with that. Something else that I'm paying attention to. Bitwise, they filed for an XRP ETF and they just got acknowledged by the SEC. Why is that a big deal? Because again, here we are in the third week of February, We've had similar news first, second, third week of February. Add 21 days to today's date, and that's when you expect to see news on the other end. News on the other end, about 21 days. So then you sit there and you kind of go, oh, so that means probably the first, second, third, fourth week of March, we're going to have positive news most likely, if they stick to the filing schedule. Because what you don't want is, them giving the whole group of them approvals at the same time. You want everybody to go through the process. Because if they give everybody approvals at the same time, it kind of levels out, first comer advantage, and that's not cool. In my book, that's not cool. If somebody got there first, somebody got there first, right? It doesn't mean that they're the best. It just means that they got there first. I mean, if you look at institutional investment in ETFs and, crypto ETFs at the moment, you'll start to notice that institutions are investing in multiple ETFs. Not just one or the other. They're investing in multiple ETFs. That's actually very big news. That's something I'm actually paying attention to. What else is going on? Then you've got Coinbase implementing a proof of reserve for its wrapped BTC. Now, this is on top of, futures from, that they announced yesterday. You watched yesterday's video, you'll see it. Or go to the website, read the article, you'll see it there too. Coinbase introduces proof of reserve for CBDC, revealing 26,525.15 BTC backing 26,461,005 wrapped BTC. That means they have a little bit more in reserve than they do actually out there. That's kind of a big deal. And that those numbers obviously go up and down based on the price of Bitcoin, but you want to see something like that. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, they're doing it smart. They're firing on all pistons. They're firing on all pistons. And I'm just here for the game, right? I'm here for the game. I think they're doing it right. I'm just not a fan of leadership at Coinbase, but you got to call out when they're doing something right. A move aims to rebuild trust after criticism of transparency in centralized exchanges. For me, I'm still not going to keep the bulk of my money on centralized exchanges. For me, I'm still going to take the bulk of my money or the bulk of my value, my digital assets, and keep them on non-custodial wallets. I like having control. And then there was a post by Trump on Truth Social that fueled positive reaction for Ripple and XRP, and they're calling it the Trump effect. And I'm sitting back and I'm just kind of going, yeah, all right. You could say so. That's fine. But I think crypto was headed in this direction. Did the current regime get us there sooner? I think so. Got to give credit where credit's due? I think so. I think the losing party actually did a really poor job. I mean, they were having all kinds of, backdoor conversations and all that kind of stuff, but they really weren't out there saying, hey, let's level this playing field. We're having the same conversations. We're doing the same thing. They didn't do that. They did not do that. And if you think about how the current regime came into power, that was the big push. It really was crypto. It was the clear and decisive decision-making about crypto that pushed them over the top. Mind you, it's a complete 180 from where they were first time around. Who started the whole crypto debacle? Again, I tell my audience, I tell my community, go look up who hired Jay Clayton. Just saying. Then you got Galaxy Research Head, Galaxy Digital Research Head, denying involvement in SPS token controversy. Alex Thorne refutes claims that analyst Murad Mahmoudov, Mahmoudov, I'm definitely just crushing that name. I'm so sorry. Conducted a $20 million SPX token sale via OTC transactions, avoiding on-chain scrutiny. SPX price remains weak at 61 cents. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, but did it happen? And Where did the original purchases come from? That's the problem with over-the-counter transactions. They're direct. I mean, sometimes there's a broker in between. 9 times out of 10, there's a broker in between. But it's literally a broker going, you're selling this, you're buying it with this, and then that's literally all the broker is doing. That's literally all the broker is doing. And in some cases, the two parties are anonymous to each other. The only person knowing who it is the broker. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of OTC transactions, right? Only the broker knows. I told you last week there was a broker in Spain that had to jump 30 feet from a balcony to escape his captain, to escape their captors. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Pretty sure it was a man. To escape their captors, broke both their ankles, but the captors had kidnapped them to find out how to get their hands on that crypto. Crypto broker. Just saying. That's what a crypto broker does. They match deals. And in most cases, they match deals and keep their mouth shut. They know who's selling, they know who's buying, but they're just matching deals. You're selling this much, you're selling this much, you're selling this much, you're buying this. You see how they're doing everything? That's the difference. But if these transactions happened OTC in the OTC markets, it's hard to track that. It's hard to track that. Because literally, I could have a separate wallet knowing that one day I'm going to sell this stuff. So basically invisibly, everything is going to be on this wallet, winds up on this wallet. Nobody knows that this wallet is actually mine. And then I can, I can go to somebody and verify that the funds are there, that the value is there, and do a transaction. Nobody would know. Nobody would know. Just saying. You'd know about that wallet, but you would not know where those assets came from. You wouldn't have the history of those assets in terms of knowing who I am. You'd know where those assets came from on chain, but as far as who had control of those assets at that time, at that stamp in time, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Anyway, what else do we have? We've got Uniswap. CEO questions the fairness of crypto token launches. Hayden Adams sparks industry debate by suggesting flawed token launches might be intentional, citing controversies around meme coins like Libra, Melania, and Trump. And they named those coins specifically because that's what he was involved in. And now he's scared, or supposedly he's scared because supposedly nefarious characters are looking for him. I'm sitting here and I'm just going, possibly. But you made your bed. I'm not wishing any harm to this guy, but you're playing a dangerous game. A very dangerous game. And I don't know why anybody would follow suit. It looks like a rug pull, smells like a rug pull, acts like a rug pull. And then he actually admitted to sniping his own coin with the proceeds from that coin. Wow. Just what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not the smartest thing to do. Not the smartest thing to do. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. So let's go get there. All right. Let's start down here with the U.S. stuff. So what are we expecting today? The big news that we're expecting today, Wednesday, February 19th, is, that's right, the Fed meeting minutes. Yeah, we'll get building permits, we'll get housing starts, but today we get the Fed meeting minutes from January, the January FOMC meeting. That could be telling, but I don't think Powell's been holding back as of late. I don't think he's been holding back at all. That's going to be a big deal. Fear and Greed Index is still at 44. Yesterday it was at 47. DeFi Llama, we're up a hair, up to one, because we were down at I think 114 or something like that yesterday. So now we're up a hair to $116 billion in total value locked. Bitcoin, we're moving sideways, slowly moved down a little bit, but we're coming back up. But we're basically still in a lateral kind of movement. I mean, look at right here. I've had this band, you guys know, I've had this pink band from 93,434 to 99,655. I've had this for a long time. And what happens? Well, there you go. It actually marked the floor for right here. And now it's coming back. Just saying, we busted through this for a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. But the truth is, now that's interesting. That's interesting. I want to show you guys something. I just happened to look, and do these three line up? No, they don't line up. Because what I was really looking for is for that right here, this one right here, this one right here, and possibly this one right here to line up. Oh, they do line up. Wow. Tell me that's not crazy. Because then you drag it all the way out and you kind of say, well, is that showing you a new trend? That's really interesting. Because that would kind of say that there's a new trend forming. But it's too far out. It's too far out. So, but I just found it interesting that, I'm just looking at those points and happen to see it from this one, and the current dip right there. Meaning, if I draw that line all the way out, is that going to be my new floor? And you saw how steady of a rise that was based on, the lowest of lows over the past, right here was January 25th. So like from January 25th all the way to today, is that your new low that would be rising? Let me know if you think I should put that line back, if I should keep that line there to see if it actually plays out, because that would be crazy if that plays out. That would be nuts. I'm just having fun with charts. I mean, I'm not a chartist or anything like that. Every now and then I just happen to see something and I happen to notice things. So just saying. Then you look at the big board and you say, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on. Tau is up. Aptos is up. LTC is up big. Sol is up a little bit. Yesterday it was at as low as 163. I was telling everybody, listen, Solana is not the cause of everything that's going on with Libra. It's just catching the fallout from it. And based on that fallout, if you bought at 163, where are you at right now? You're well on your way to getting to the 185 that I said, so you can get that 10% pop. So even right here, if you bought right here, what would happen if it hits, if it gets back to, it's 2,000? If it gets, 2,000, back to its 200. People still think Solana is going to be a $300 coin. I think they're right. I think I agree with that. It really could be, unless they hit major problems. I think it really could be a $300 coin. And if it is, tell me these prices aren't good. Let me tell you something. If it just gets to 200 and change, those prices are still good, no? Right here? Because it looks like it's back on the uptrend. People are thinking it's oversold. So if it's oversold, I'm going to buy back in. That's the plan. That's what I'm seeing. Then you've got the numbers going straight across. Bitcoin's numbers are really low. XRP is doing really well. Right down here, you've got Litecoin again doing really well, actually outpacing. That just blew by XRP. If you look at it yesterday, it was a little bit below. Year-to-date numbers were a little bit below XRP's. Now you look and you're like, holy moly. In the past 24 hours, it's up 10%. 10%. I'm just saying, I kept telling people, hey, watch out for Litecoin, watch out for Litecoin. Litecoin is there. I spot things, and I've been saying it for years. Litecoin is the largest secret that's dead in your face. It's at number 12 right now. It's ranked number 12. Look at this. Look at where it is right now. It could bunny hop Chainlink. Just saying, people pay attention. Pay attention to the opportunities that are out there. These are real deal opportunities that can really do something. And I'm still noticing that Sui and Avalanche are still playing around. Actually, if you really think about it, Sui, Avalanche, and Shiba Inu are still playing around within a very tight space. Ooh, and there's Toncoin. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Within $1 billion, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins, all within $1 billion of each other. Holy moly. That's crazy. That's crazy. And if technically I'm not even following it, but you could see that there's a number 18 that I'm not following. So that means there are 6 out there. There are 6 out there. You know what? Let's go back over here. Let me see if I can see it. So right there, this Leo coin. I don't follow that coin at all. I've never bought it, never followed it, nothing. Year to date, it's not doing too poorly. I mean, a bank's not going to give you 8.11%. That's not going to happen, right? So, but you think about it, that you've got 6 coins within $1 billion of each other. You've got to say to yourself, these are all tight coins. Hyperliquid moved up and is now in the top 10. I mean, top 20. That's no joke. Hate those little pop-ups. Mantra moved up quick. It's in top 20, top 25. Athena's up there. I've been watching Athena for a little bit. Let me go back. I wanted to hit the star. So yeah, you're seeing a lot of stuff happen. I can follow this guy. You're in the top 20 and you haven't done anything wrong to me. I can follow that coin. Like, I won't follow Tron. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. I won't follow Tron. But then I use a GMB tracker to figure out, what are my biggest losers, right? And when you think about your biggest losers, you've only got 2, and I'm not following either one of those. That means everybody else is moving sideways or is winning, right? Let me hit that again because the numbers change. That's right. So I go all the way down to, what about here? Brett, Toshi, Lido is down 5.7. It's at 3.12. Should be fine now. Yeah, it's at 3.12 GMB X factor. Who else is on here? Not really anybody I'm following. Virtuals protocol is down 9.54% with a GMB X factor of 4.05. I should start charting the GMB X factor, but I figure other charts, because it's following, so they would just be the reverse. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see about that. And then I just want to take a look at the winners. Who up here is winning for me? Not following any of those winners. Litecoin I'm following, up 10.571% with a GMB X factor of 1.98. I'm telling you, Litecoin is one that I'm interested in. Yes, I do have a bag of Litecoin. BitTensor up 8.37% with a GMB X factor of 0.91. Yeah, it's going to hit that. It's ranked at 44 right now. I'm paying attention. Anybody else? Maker is up 6.26% with a GMB X factor of 4.26. I think as the market go up, Maker will hit it. Excuse me. Floki is up 5.73% with a GMB X factor of 2.47. I think it can make it as well. Let's see. Anybody else? Nope. Everybody else is moving sideways. So you got a big winner over here with this Meow meme coin, I believe it is. GMB X factor of 0.3. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching any more meme coins for a while, if at all. Just not having it. Whatever I'm holding. Everything else, just not having it. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm going to try to do lives early in the morning, so that the news gets out there real fast. And I hope to see you tonight at the Crypto Overflow, the GMB Crypto Overflow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like what I'm doing, smash the likes. Tell your friends about us so we can continue growing the community. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.